Hey, good morning everybody. It's Bobby, and today's video is for the better player. I want to say that from the outset, but please know that some of you beginner players and intermediate players do have something that you can glean from this, so hang in here with me, and this is all about getting rid of the flip. Now, before you hang up and go, what do you mean the better player? The better player doesn't flip. Let's talk about that for a moment. What is the flip? The flip is the act on the part of the golfer, independent of the loft on the club, of trying to get the ball airborne. In other words, this club is very well suited for the task of getting the ball airborne. All you've got to do is strike it in the back, and the loft on the club will do the work. But there's a lot of intuitive appeal in trying to help it get airborne. Now, there are three levels of flip. Let's start with the beginner. The beginner flips by moving his or her tail in the opposite direction of the shot. The shot's this way, and the beginner player will start by trying to get their rear end going this way in an attempt to get the ball airborne. That's kind of how they do it. Now, you don't stay in that zone very long, but then when you graduate, you find yourself in the next level of flip, and that's something done more with the hands and wrist. Now, the better player knows that this butt end of this golf club should stay more or less on the left side of their body throughout. Look at that. The club is still on the left side of my body. But the flipper of the club, that is someone who in that intermediate stage, who does it with the wrist, will Zorro themselves. Look how this is suddenly on the right side of me. And then no really fine player will do that because they just know they simply can't get away with it. Yes, once in a while you can hit some good shots, but on the basis of repeatability, it's not the way to go. How does the advanced player, the 5 or 6 handicap, who seems to be pretty strong in every area except the bunker shots are suffering a little bit, and the pitch shots, they just hit them fat and thin. How do they flip? They flip with their head, and this goes mostly undiagnosed because it's a very subtle thing, but it's destructive, and it shows up in the form of the head going a couple of inches to the right. I've slowed this down on video so many times that I've seen this, and I know it's the case, and it's a great cure to get rid of this for so many players. Watch how my head goes slightly rearward at impact. And then at the finish, I'm over here on my left side, so no one really notices it. But we want to do better than that. Undertake, from this point forward, all you advanced players who just aren't real confident, particularly when they have a tight lie with hitting your pitches and your bunker shots, make sure your head goes with the shot. The loft on the club will do it. You don't have to lean back. Make sure you go with the shot, and you'll find that this club is well suited for the task of getting the ball airborne. I want to thank you all for tuning in. I'll look forward to seeing you next week.